we're going to talk about young people. And when I was talking to my team about young people, the SP resident young person said that what young people want the most is for people to not make generic comments and assumptions about young people. So, Emma, I'm really sorry. I'm about to make some generalizations about young people. You're not going to like it. I want to talk about teaching first, because the TV gets it wrong. The TV does not know how teaching works. Clearest example of that is the naughty classroom. You've seen some show and they walk in and it's a naughty room and there's all kinds of mischief and cheekiness happening. And what happens is one child will look at a teacher and maybe answer back, and then the whole class will laugh and maybe something will be thrown. That ain't that bad. That is not the worst classroom, because they are engaging with the teacher. However negatively, they're engaging. That gives the teacher the opportunity to work with them, to talk to them, to demonstrate how brilliant William Wordsworth's words may be. The worst class is one that doesn't acknowledge your existence whatsoever. There's no way to work with that. You can what? Start shouting? That's not going to have the effect you want it to have. Why am I talking about this now? I'm talking about this now because it's a mistake that Kemi Badenoch has just made. Kemi Badenoch gave this speech at the Excel Centre last week, and she said lots of interesting things. Here's what she said about young people. Young people see a parliament obsessed with trivia presiding over stagnation, despite making more and more laws. That's what she said, because she thinks she's in the worst classroom because the people who are looking at Parliament don't like it. She doesn't know what classroom she's in. Young people, sorry Emma, young people are not looking at Parliament at all. You can't engage them by shifting things around. You can't make Parliament a bit zippier, introduce pop music introductions at PMQs, although I would love that. Parliament being obsessed with trivia, I don't even know what that means, but young people are not doing this. If we want to engage with what young people are actually doing, we need to know what it is. And there are clues. Kemi Badenoch's got the clues in this speech. She says, last week, 2 surveys were released that should alarm everyone in this room. Almost half of young Brits think their country is racist. Nearly 60% of them are not proud to be British. Is that a surprise? This is the world we live in. Should it alarm everyone in this room? Yes. Should we be blaming young people for it? No. We need to be a tolerant, understanding country, and that includes being tolerant and understanding of people who are not proud to be British. We need to change what we're doing, not stand and shout at the class at the front. That's not how you get the results. She goes on. Nearly 40% of the fighting age population wouldn't fight for our country under any circumstances. I think that's amazingly positive. If 60% of the country are not proud to be British, and only 40% of the country wouldn't fight for us, that's 20% who aren't proud to be British, but might, under some circumstances, stand up for this country. That's remarkable. Well done, that 20%, I guess. I mean, it's hard to think about fighting for your country. When we're looking at this, producer Lottie was, we were talking about whether we would fight for the country, and I was hoping that at 44 I'd be too old to be called up, but I don't think I would be, so I'd have to make that decision. Anyway, Badenoch goes on. This is the most important one. More than half those aged between 13 and 27 said the UK would be a better place if a strong leader was in charge who does not have to bother with Parliament and elections. And then Badenoch said, a dictator. Then she says, we shouldn't be surprised. We shouldn't be surprised. On this, Kemi Badenoch, I agree with you. Parliament is this awful building. Nothing good happens in Parliament. Is a reasonable thought for someone who has grown up in this country over the last 27 years. Nothing good happens in that building. They see no promise, they see no life, they see no goodness, nothing real. So yeah, a strong leader doesn't have to do that nonsense. Did you see the election debates on 2024? I'm a real fan of politics. I'm a real fan of debate. Oh my God, they were boring. Elections, the way they're done right now in this country, do not engage. They are not useful. They are not helpful. We've just got rid of a whole one lot, whole new lot come in. And how much change have we seen? How much change has one of those 13 to 27-year-olds seen? Nothing. Damn straight they don't want parliaments and elections. Because what have parliament and elections done for them? It's not about shifting parliament. I mean, 13 to 27-year-olds, imagine how unduly their lives were changed by the pandemic. It affected everyone in our country. Of course it did, to a greater or lesser extent. If you were at university, you just lost that time. You just did it all remotely. Lost that important part of university. That's as much part of any learning you do. If you were at school, you lost those years. Politics is wonderful. Politics is this brilliant, brilliant thing. It brings change to our lives. It's a brilliant thing. And we're not showing people that. And until we can show people that, those people won't see it. We can't get cross like Kemi Badenoch did. And this isn't just a slight against her. Keir Starmer's every bit as bad as her. We cannot tell people off for not seeing the brilliance of politics if we're not showing them how wonderful it can be. The pressure is on us. Us in the media, if I'm in the media, probably not, but the media, the politicians, we've got to show people that it's worth having those elections. Because of course I believe in elections and I believe in democracy, but people won't do those things unless we show them that they have inherent value and worth. We have to do better, and then we will be able to work with people and bring them round. So, come on, enough of this YouTubing, enough of this. Let's go, let's do better. Love you, bye.